Hi all, and welcome to the video. This is Shade Playthrough number 19. Right, and as you can see, we're not in the ice and snow at the minute. No, we're actually in Adonis, and we are going to do a little bit of XP. We're going to do it the old-fashioned way, so no outside tanks, none of that. This is purely team doing XP the old way, the way we had to. A couple of updates on the engine. I've made some tweaks to how I've got it set, because what I've been trying to achieve is a consistent frame rate, as opposed to a good frame rate in one place and a not so good frame rate in another. I don't know of any amount of fixing that will make ICC not be laggy. It just is at the moment, the way the textures are there. So basically, your first three sliders for my setup, I've just left them on 0. Ground quality is at 200 and the radius also at maximum. I've just left auto detect on the ground render mode. Level of details right across at 4, and the same with anisotropic filtering. Full screen anti-aliasing, I have left it on high. And what I've done, I'll just tab out now. If I open up the NVIDIA control panel, okay, it should behave itself. Right, so that's not the program we want. So you add the actual executable, which is a new executable on the new engine, in the same way we did in the first video. So I've set it up so I'm forcing anisotropic filtering. For some reason it seems to look a little bit better when the graphics card settings are doing it. So that's on. Full screen anti-aliasing I'm setting on. Gamma correction I've left on. And I'm overriding the application mode and setting to ×8 CSAA. Any higher at this resolution doesn't make a big enough impact in image quality to warrant doing it. I've set the transparency to ×2, and the only other stuff I've done is power management mode. I've set to maximum performance, which I would do for most games. Texture filtering optimization for anisotropic I've set to off. Load bias to clamp. Filtering high quality. And then texture filtering, threaded trilinear optimization I've set to off, threaded optimization on, triple buffering off, vertical sync forcing off, and virtual reality pre-rendered frames. Not sure if that's really doing anything, but I've left it set for the game to do it, and that's it. That's all I've done, and I'm sat at quite a comfortable approximate 60 frames a second at 2560 by 1440. I'm capturing in 1080p 60 frames simply because that works the best, I find, for YouTube videos. I can capture at 1440, but most people wouldn't be viewing the videos in that respect. So that's it on there. The only other stuff, view distance, I've got it about 81%. I generally leave that alone. High quality range, I've left all the way out, because the further down this goes, the less impact this has. So basically you can drop this slider all the way down to 0 and the frame rate doesn't jump up. So there's not a lot of point. Character view distance, well, I also PvP on different characters, so that's set at 80. And then the high quality character range, you can turn that down and it will give you a few more frames a second. But if your character view distance is at 80 meters and the high quality isn't, the difference now between high quality and regular is quite a bit bigger. Let's just get a bit nearer to a mob. So you can see this heckler there. Now if I turn down high quality range, there you go, and he turns into a lump of plasticine, as do the other mobs, and I gain 2 or 3 frames a second. If I put it all the way back up, yeah, it looks better, and the frame rate maybe lost a frame there. The grass is enabled. I've got it set to 106 meters. Anything lower didn't improve it anymore. Anything higher, and the frame rate started to drop. And then high quality grass radius, 83 meters, is where you're seeing most detail anyway. So I think the trick is, if you sort of drop this down to there, the procedural effect of the grass is a bit jarring. But if you have it 1 meter past your sort of view distance and character view distance, it doesn't sort of feel like it's popping into view in the distance. It just sort of feels like it's there all the time, as you can see. So it's working for me. There you go, 52 frames if I face this way, and then 64 if I look down, etc. So it's very relative. So it's a definite performance drop than I was getting on the old engine, but I'm now able to run in 1440, which is native on my monitor and looks a lot better. Okay, so we're going to pull the heckler. I'm not sure how this will go. Well, we can hit him. It's just how badly he can hit us. Ow. Yes, it certainly can hit us. Oh dear. This is hurting it quite a bit. Oh dear. Come on. Oh. Yeah, Errol just agreed that was a bit close. Plus, I was popping a lot of cooldowns there. I used Dancer Fools, I used Limber. I was spamming that, and I had to first aid, and I only just survived. So I would say I'm not really set for tanking yet. So we're realising that we may in fact be a bit outmatched as we are. We've got 2 shades, which is good, although I am the higher shade, and then we've got a fixer under 150, so they won't have access to some of the better sort of blockers and also the heal auras. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get any 220s into the team. I think we're coming up dry on people that want to do Adonis hecklers. They're quite happy to hit 160 and disappear to Inferno missions, and I'm kind of holding back on that because it's just too easy to do, isn't it? Right, I'll pause while we try and sort out a team order. We're kind of cheating now because Herkis, this is Herkis's alt, so he's got 2 accounts. Now, I can XP with 220s, but the other 2 cannot. he's gone charging in. You don't go charging in. Now we are going to go back to a lapper. We do need to be in a team to enter the Penumbra Alappa instance and finish the pen quest finally. Okay, so now we're playing the game. Oh, here comes an ad. So what the doctor will be doing, I'm guessing, is using UBT. Asking him, I can't see it in its NCU. I think I'm going to actually have to put some IP in my nano pool. I haven't yet, as you can see. That's purely from there, so sod it. There we go. That's probably as much as I'll ever use as well. So we're cheating a bit, but that character isn't sort of doing everything for us. They are quite literally just healing when it gets a bit close, rather than holding aggro or doing lots of damage for us. What we're definitely not doing is sitting around while an NT and an Enforcer kill everything. And it is just great to play in native resolution. It's hard to explain the difference it is visually, because when you're watching a video, you already are in native resolution. When I was recording the older AO videos with the old engine, I had to run in 1080p. I could run slightly higher than that, but it didn't make much sense to do it when you were capturing it, so If you can see there, yeah, hovering nice and comfortably at 60 frames. And everything looks very pretty. Let's recharge that nano. And the range this thing works from is astronomical. And this is going reasonably well. Where's our research set at? 20%, so not that high really. Which one? Oh, I've got that one. I honestly think this sort of gameplay is something, if this is your first run through on a character and you know you're looking at getting a character to endgame, this is what you should be doing. The reason I say that is because you will learn the limitations of your character, you will learn how it works in a team. There's nothing worse than meeting a 220 character with plenty of gear that can barely play that class. It's annoying. They've got the problem apparently in EverQuest 2 where the company themselves added a I think it's a pay for feature where you can boost your character to max level in one hit. Now if you're making a secondary character that you all of a class etc you already know how to play, then yeah, I can get that. And I also get that in Anarchy Online when people power level another character because they've already got one like it, but they go, oh well, you know, I want the same thing but this breed. Yeah, I get that. Fine. So a little bit dull from here on in. So I will cut the video short. You can kind of see what we're doing. I'm pulling a heckler over. We all pile in on it, and when things get hairy, there's a doctor there very nicely throwing a couple of heels my way. Now, I can't increase evades, I can't put IP into anything else, and I'm pretty much capped out on where I can spend perks to help the situation. And that is purely down to level. That does make things trickier. You see, while you would be doing this, you would be, learning some smoothness in operation, execution of your perks and abilities. What your overall role in the team is, what you should expect from other people in the team. Right, so we'll leave this episode there, and for episode 20 we will attempt to solo a lapper. Bye for now.